Ever camp alone with a camera? I'm 22F, an avid nature photographer. I regularly go on hikes into the deep middle of woods and forests to catch the rarest beauties of nature. Anyway, I head out to this location I've been meaning to go to for a while. Some of my photography friends have been before and got stunning photos of deer, badgers and various rare birds. I drove as far as I could before the woods started, parked my car up in a lay-by, grabbed my tent, camera and supplies and head into the forest. It was quite misty but the forecast said it would clear up overnight. I found a badger den after about 30 minutes of walking into the forest, so decided this would be the perfect spot to set up my camera to hopefully catch some badgers on film overnight. I pitched my tent just far enough away not to disturb or scare the badgers and went over to set up my camera. I had it facing so it would catch lots of the entrances in the same shot. Plugged it into the power pack and left it running. I had a motion sensor so if it was to catch movement overnight it would begin filming. Everything seemed fine. I was in the middle of the woods, away from any paths, so it was very unlikely anyone would disturb me in the night. The next morning I woke up and could see fresh trails around the den, so I knew I would have caught some badgers on camera. I was so excited. I tried to check the footage on my camera straight away but both it and the power pack had died, and unusually the power pack was no longer plugged into my camera. Weird. I was sure I had plugged it in. I just hoped it had enough battery to catch the badgers on film. I'd have been gutted if I'd missed them. Nervous I'd messed up. I decided to head back to my car to charge up my camera and have a look at the pictures. I packed up everything and walked back to the car. It took about half an hour for my camera to charge up and turn back on. It turns on and I go to my camera roll. The first video was of the badger den, but I couldn't see anything there. There must have been some movement to trigger the camera to begin recording but I couldn't see anything within the shot. It was recorded at 2:30 a.m. After about 20 seconds of nothing the recording stops. I flick to the next recording, and it's a photo of my tent. I flick to the next and it's a photo of me alone, asleep, inside my tent. This was followed by about 40 more photos of me sleeping in my tent. The final photo, taken at 5:30 a.m., about half an hour before I woke up, was a picture of my car. I could feel the fear rush over me. My hair stood up on the back of my neck. I began driving and I drove as fast as I could. There was no signal and no one was else around for miles. I managed to get home safely. I still don't know who took the photos or why they were taken. I've not been camping since.